right there, folks, and welcome back to Are We There Yet? And let me begin by wishing you all a very happy new year, 2018. We're finally into the year of FM. It is 2018 for 2018. And what do we see on our screen? Well, this is last year's table. So, I mean, it has no real relevance, but this is last year's table. Cast your eyes to position 9. That's where we finished. 30 points, 8 wins, 6 draws from our 36 games. So, we left on a bit of a high. And it seemed a fitting way to end the year, really. How have things gone? I'm going to skip now to league table as it stands. After 10 games, we have 8 wins and 25 points. So we're only 5 points worse off from a whole season than we are now after 10 games. 1 draw, 1 defeat, and 8 wins out of 10. That's pretty good going, I think you'll agree. So how has this happened? Let's get the negative out of the way. We drew, not even in the game. We lost at home to Dundee United, who quite simply are a class above. They probably will overtake us in top spot at some stage. Although if we keep beating everybody else, winning everyone else, there's a good term. If we keep beating everyone else, then they'll be hard pushed to. You can see, just from the attendance alone, 1,784, good. But 1,008 are travelling Dundee United fans. They outnumbered us in a home game. So that's the kind of levels of the club support that you're getting at Dundee United. And that's great to see for Dundee United if they're dropping to this level and still travelling in good numbers. Well done to them. But other than that, and a draw against Montrose, newly promoted Montrose, they're on a bit of a high. We have managed to win every game, barring the most recent 2-1 defeat at St Mirren. We had to play a bit of a rotated young side, but that's by the by. So you actually saw us take on, it was our second league game, it's a Stranraer, I believe, a 4-1 victory as it was. That was great. And then we went and beat Ross County under 20s, 4-3. I mean, it was far more convincing than it appeared. You can see they scored 2 pretty much in the last minutes. So it put a bit more of an air of respectability on the scoreline for Ross, but not really. Then we followed that up with a 2-1 win over Arbroath. It was Murray Loudon and Sandy McCluskey with the goals. A Carlo Monti penalty after half-time was nothing for them. Then a 3-2 win at Alloa. And again, we concede late goals a lot when we think we're just seeing the game out. Maybe we need to be better at that. But it was Sean Burns, Murray Loudon again, and Robert Fleck with his first goal for the club, I think. And then that 1-1 draw, Dylan McKendry, his first goal, getting us a share of the spoils at Montrose. Then we progressed, we beat Forfar again. We continue to beat Forfar. We've played Forfar. We've already played them now 4 times, and it's only October, and we've won every time. So that's good. We've got Forfar's number. Sandy McCluskey, Malcolm Moore with the goals to do the damage. And as we've said, we lost at home to Dundee United. Graham Taylor and Ryan Hardy with the goals that took the game away from us. And it was important then. I was a bit concerned that we might just collapse. A bit of, a defeat and the pressure might just buckle our confidence, but it didn't. And we came from behind. We were 1-0 down at home to Airdrie, and a Logan Chalmers goal there. But Barry and Sandy stepped up and gave us a vital win to really settle the nerves. Then a 5-2 home win over Brecon. It was a tough game, but we were always in control. And Sandy McCluskey, I think I know his name. I've got his name on the shirt. And we'll come on to McCluskey in a minute. A 5-2 win there. So Sandy McCluskey hat-trick, a Sean Burns goal, and another Murray Loudon strike, securing the points. And then a great win, a 2-0 away win over Livingston. A brace for Sandy McCluskey. You can see he's on a bit of a goal-scoring run. Another goal for him then against the latest encounter against Forfar. McCluskey and Ferguson give it a 2-0 win, and then there's that 2-1 defeat. A Malcolm Moore goal, proving to be consolation, as we had to play a lot of youngsters due to, firstly, Sandy McCluskey was away on international duty with the Scottish under-19s. So that's how much the Scottish FA value their own training cup competition. So that effectively saw us out. We had to start Mark McBride because Dingwall was slightly unfit for the game. We put him on at half-time. But let's talk about Sandy, the big man, the man on campus. He's got, this season, cast your eyes to the bottom of the screen, 11 goals in 13, 8 in 10 league games. He's darn good. Darn good is what I'd say. Sandy good. He won't sign a new deal, so it's sad to say that we may actually see him walk away And given the values that the maximum bids we've had are about £5,000-10,000, it's nothing. So I'm quite happy to let him go for free if he wants to go at the end of the season. If it is that we get promoted and he's willing to stay around, then fantastic. But I think he's going to want to be better than that. Hopefully we can do something and he'll stay. But realistically, he's well above our level. You know, I mean, long time. I've not managed lower league management for probably a few years on the old FMs. This slowdown, but to have a 5-star current 5-star potential coming through your own academy, I think is quite a rare thing indeed. So Sandy McCluskey, it's going to be an honour, and it looks like he's going to sign off in style. It's great things. The only issues we've probably got are central defence. My favoured partnership is Dave Marsh and Dylan McKendry. Dylan McKendry obviously is an absolute animal at this level, and he's proving that. He's certainly settled down the defence, and he's only young as well. But the problem being, we've got Leon Klaus and we've got Marty McNiff. We've got Marty McNiff, obviously he's quite an important player in the dressing room. We gave him a new deal. And Leon Klaus, we brought in with the intention of thinking he might be a key player. I mean, he's not, is he? He looks like a big lad in that photo. They could cause a little bit of disruption in the squad. So we're trying to rotate slightly, but it's difficult to rotate one central defensive position amongst 3 centre halves, especially when I wanted to just be playing David Marsh. But that's what it is. Right, so it's back to league action today after that 2-1 defeat in the Cup. I don't expect much today at Tennadice, but you never know, do you? You never know. They've got 3 players out injured. Hopefully that's all goalkeepers. So, fingers crossed, eh? I'll see you pitch side in just a moment. So there are your teams then. The Clyde side, Blair Curry, Linton, McKendry, Marsh, Stokes, Fleck, MacArthur, Burns, Datnovitz, Loudon and McCluskey. You'll note some names, some good names in the Dundee United side. Some names I recognise, some I don't. Keatings I've heard of, so he's quite a danger man, although it was the guys on the bench, although they're not on there today. Hardy was the danger man. He came on for Keatings in our home encounter. Let's hope, against hope, that we can spring a surprise here today. We have a decent lead at the top of the league at this stage, but it could all melt away because we have to play Dundee United 4 times, so you probably expect us to give them 12 points. First 10 minutes then, nothing's happened really, but here's a goal kick launch long by Dundee, flicked on by Datnovitz to Fleck, who finds Burns out right, at left even, who goes out right to Loudon. I think I'm saying his name right. I think it's Loudon. I can't think of it as Loudon. It could be Loudon. Datnovitz in the channel. Crosses McCluskey's. Oh, I thought he'd scored. McCluskey heads into the goalkeeper, or heads onto the goalkeeper, and the keeper makes a save. And that was a chance. That was definitely a chance. Burns' corner will come to, it's likely to nothing, but Loudon will pick it up on the right side. Goes to Burns, crosses, but it's deflected out, and that'll go. No, apparently Burns was offside. That was a big chance. Nothing's changed until that. They've had a player gone off injured, a corner ball headed into Curry's hands, no problem. So was that the moment? Oh, I thought that was a dangerous. That's worse. And Keatings makes an absolute mare of that. He probably snatched it. I mean, we don't. You still see that at this, even though we're pushing up the league as a better side. We still see those kind of calamity moments coming into our play. Just before half time, a disastrous time to concede, a great time to score, but Linton just dallies on the ball, couldn't control it. It's not even wet, and it's crossed to the back post, and it's a terrible time to concede, especially when it's a goal of our own making, as Linton dallied on it. He held on to it, did he? Let's see this here. Curry gives him the ball, and what does he do? So he controls it, does he? Barely, and then is he drunk? He's been on the lash, hasn't he? Linton, take a tackle in, son. I almost don't want to watch it, but Mullin brings it out to the right side, crosses deep, and, well, we never really recover, and it's tapped in by McLean. That's a disastrous goal for us, a really poor goal to concede, and they've had 2 clear-cut chances. Both we've basically done the assist for, and Sean Linton should hang his head in absolute shame when he comes back in. I think he's been responsible there for two moments of real poor quality. And I think, I want to take him off in fairness for that, but because his rating's only going to go down. I think what we'll do is we'll move on to home system at least and give him 5 minutes just to try and get that out of his system. Scobby, Fontaine, Mullin, nothing's coming from this highlight. Linton, get a tackle in. Don't get a tackle in. Marsh deals with it though. Oh, we've opened up already. Just the first minute. Burns, McKendry. Finds Linton. I mean, that's what you could have done first time. Better than what you did. It comes to Donaldson in the Dundee United net. He goes long towards McDonald. Loudon won't get there ahead of Stevenson. And, well, I think they're just going to turn the screw now. We've tried to open up a little bit, and that's probably a mistake. If we go 2-0 down here, we'll go back to counter. And they've hit the crossbar. They should be 2-0 up. It's tempting to go back to counter already. As soon as Linton's rating drops to 6, we take him off. 6.1 at this stage. He's definitely going to be coming off in a minute. Stokes on this right side finds MacArthur. Stokes now comes to MacArthur. Fleck. Datnovitz back to Fleck. What are we doing? Datnovitz has a strike and it's not far over the crossbar. We've threatened, but it's not really been from close range. There is 6.0. Let's get Linton off. He's been the weak link. Well, actually, I say that. I can only really put McNiff out there, and he's worse. I think we have to do it. Oh, no, we don't. What am I talking about? We can play Sean Burns at left back and push Malcolm Moore into attack. So let's go with that. I don't even know my own team. This is embarrassing. Malcolm Moore comes on, and the Dundee United's best player, Sean Linton, goes off. And here's another chance from the left side. McKendry heads away, but it falls to Craig. I fear the worst, ladies and gentlemen. Stevenson goes out left to McLean. It's a nice reverse pass. Crossed in all the time in the world for Mullin. He assisted for the first goal. He's got the second. It was a bit of a mess, in my opinion. And 2-0 down. It's the same scoreline that we suffered at the Broadwood. But this time we're at Tannadice. And Stevenson, it's this pass here that undid us. That's a decent ball into space. McLean picks it up. Jumps to control. 1 foot. Crossed it in. It's sort of, that's the moment there, and well, we didn't really have anyone on the back stick to mark up. Difficult to know what to do, really. We've had a chance. We should have gone 1-0 up through McCluskey. We didn't. I think we take McCluskey off at this stage with Dingwall just to give him a rest. He's been away, as I say, on international duty, and I think we get Loudon off. He's not had a good game for Ferguson. I don't expect us to be able to get back into this game now. I think Dundee United are just all in all a stronger outfit than us. We've got a lot of youth. That's quality coming through from other teams, obviously not our own, apart from McCluskey. But we just don't have the strength that they've got. You know, they're a Premier League side, as far as I'm concerned. Keating's streaking away, is waiting for a man over, and we managed to deal with it. But I don't think we'll deal with this. Will we? Dingwall goes to Datnovitz. Works it onto his left, and again, it's gone over the crossbar. We've had 2 clear-cut chances, and we've had to make our own chances, as opposed to the Dundee United, who relied on the ineptitude of our left-back. It's frustrating. It's frustrating, because I think... Well, I don't think this, but, you know, they're probably... Yeah, they're well better than us, but it's just frustrating that we can't bridge that gap. It's obviously too much for us to handle. And it is going to be 12 points that we give to them, and that's the disappointment. Normally, in a bigger league, you give away 6, but no, we're gonna give away 12 points to Dundee United. But never mind, we go again. We have Stranraer on Tuesday night. It's important that we get back on the horse and put these chances away when we actually get them. Sandy McCluskey there should have put us 1-0 up. Game could have been different if they'd been forced to chase. As opposed to just waiting for Linton to give them the ball. Brilliant. Well, we're still top of the league. That's all we can hope for at this stage. The objective is to avoid relegation. I think it's safe to say that this season is going better than last, and that's all you can really do as a manager, is to hope that, especially if you stayed up, if you are one of the smaller sides, just hope that your second season in the league is better than your first. So, mission accomplished already. Let's hope we can do better against Stranraer. Where shall we return to see our next game? We've got a Scottish Cup third round tie. Maybe we do that, maybe we don't. If we get someone decent in that, which I don't even know if we can, then I might come back for that. Otherwise, I think what we'll do is we'll come back for Livingston at the Broadwood, and that should be quite an exciting encounter. They're going quite well. So at the moment, it's a 3-horse race. It's ourselves, it's the massive Dundee United, and it's Livingston. So hopefully it stays that way. It doesn't become just those two. Right, do pop a like on the video for me. If not for anything else, just for the new year and the fact that we're top of the league, having been so awful last year. And do subscribe as well for more content coming very soon. I'll see you again on the next video. Goodbye.